This is 5 in 10, 5 topics in about 10 minutes for January 6th, 2021 from SkyWatch TV. I'm Derek Gilbert. Topic number 5 today, what's happening around the country? These are interesting times to be alive, that's for sure. With 99% of the vote counted, it is projected that the Democrat candidates for Senate in Georgia, John Rossoff and Raphael Warnock, have defeated the incumbent Republicans, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. That would give Democrats an apparent edge in the Senate, as there would be 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, and presumed Vice President-elect Kamala Harris the tie-breaking vote. Now, bear in mind, there's no guarantee that this 50-50 split or even a 52-48 Republican edge would mean that there would be conservative policies put forward by the Senate. There are several Republicans in name only occupying Senate seats. I'm looking at you, Senators Murkowski, Romney, Collins, and others who are not any fans of President Trump, Senator Sass of Nebraska in particular. So it's not a guarantee that a 52-48 edge would be the, salvation of America as we know it. Chuck Schumer as majority leader? Okay, not exactly what I was hoping for, but it does not mean the end of the world, not even the end of America necessarily. It may signal the beginning of a transformation of America as we know it into something else. But that's how history works. There is nothing constant except change. And powerful nations seem to have an expiration date of about 200 to 250 years. The Roman Republic, in the century before the birth of Jesus Christ, it transformed into an oligarchy and became an empire. What we may be seeing in Washington, D.C. right now is the oligarchy asserting its dominance over the will of the people by what is taking place before us. Just remember, as God is the one who raises up kings and brings them down again, if this happens, it's only because God allows it, and it's because he's getting ready to do something new. I'm not saying that we as Christians should just passively accept everything that comes our way and say, oh, well, it's just the will of God. I encourage the president to fight with every legal means at his disposal, and I hope he prevails. But if he doesn't, come down off the ledge. On January 21st, God will still be on his throne. And that means you, as a believer in Jesus Christ, are still a citizen of his kingdom. Our jobs have not changed. We are ambassadors for that kingdom, charged with sharing the hope that we have in Christ with gentleness and respect to those around us. That will be the same regardless of who is sitting in the Oval Office on January 21st. I hope it's Donald Trump, but if it's not, well, my job, your job, hasn't changed. One other thing, pray for the president, his supporters, his family, because there are those who have opposed him over the past 4 years who have promised retribution, to pursue legal retribution against the president, basically for supporting policies that they object to. This is not uncommon among liberals, progressives, who tend to be somewhat vindictive. I suspect, and I was thinking about this morning, I think this is because many of them believe that all that they will ever have will have to be squeezed out of this life. But we as Christians understand that we're not running in that same race. I mean, the winner is not the one who has the most stuff when you take your last breath, because this life is just as nothing compared to the life that is to come. We are all eternal beings. It's just not all of us recognize it. As Paul wrote to the church at Corinth, if in Christ we have hope in this life only, we are of all people most to be pitied. We're not living our best life now. That comes after this life. The people who are trying to make their enemies pay in this life, it's because they think this is all they're ever going to have. They are sadly misinformed. They are most to be pitied.